on CITV, we've got rabbits, Sinbad, Tiny Toon.
That's unfair competition.
We've also got Percy the Park Keeper and the Timmy Towers Easter Special, which couldn't be more Eastery.
Right, that's it. Easter's cancelled.
Not on CITV, it's not. Every morning we've got a great Easter film just for you. And don't forget we're on Easter afternoons as well. Easter mornings on CITV begin next week at 9:25.
And I'll be taking that on that as well.
The most controversial face in magic is here.
Who is he?
With brand new and exciting illusions and the secrets behind them.
This is not a trick.
Watch and learn. Breaking the Magician's Code, magic's biggest secrets finally revealed. New to ITV tonight at 6:20.
Come on out of there, Jack. No. Come on out of there now. No.
Man, I ain't going out there to fight this guy, man.
Come on out of there.
Those pay-per-view people, they can just go find another sucker, because I ain't going out there.
Tommy, he's a changed man. He's had counseling.
I ain't going out there, man. That guy'll eat me alive. I ain't going.
6 weeks of training. What, are you kidding me? You got nothing to worry about.
What you mean I ain't got nothing to worry about?
Gonna be getting hungry.
Everybody's waiting. You're hesitating.
They can just find somebody else.
Grab a Snickers, because nothing handles your hunger better.
Come on out of there.
Hungry? Why wait?
Sofas are coming down in price. Save 40% on special Easter time offers at Northern Upholstery. This leather sofa has plummeted to $549. This beautiful sofa is dropping to just $699. And this stylish sofa with removable and washable covers has fallen to just $595. Whatever you choose, there's 4 years free credit and nothing to pay for a year. This Easter time only at Northern Upholstery.
Community Link, sponsored by Northern Spirit, linking you to the community.
Your local branch of the Royal Naval Association welcomes everyone who has served or is serving in the naval forces.
It's comradeship. It's just like me having a run a show with his shipmate.
As well as organising regular social activities, the association offers support to naval families. For details of a branch near you, write to PO Box 333, Leeds.
You've heard the controversy. Now it's time to meet the people's champion.
On behalf of everyone here, you were robbed, mate.
Lennox Lewis.
What is it like getting £10 million for a day's work?
Nice.
The man himself on Life, the Universe, and Don King.
Did you fix the fight?
Absolutely not.
An audience with Lennox Lewis, tonight at 9 on ITV.
Oh, great to be in the UK with ITV.
The regional news in 5 minutes is followed by On the Ball. First, ITN.
Good afternoon. NATO missiles struck at the heart of Belgrade for the first time today, destroying key government buildings in the Serbian capital. In the last half hour, Tony Blair insisted NATO raids would continue until the violence in Kosovo ended. Overnight, sea-launched cruise missiles were fired on Belgrade from British and American vessels in the Adriatic. Our correspondent Julian Mannion is in Belgrade, where journalists are subject to Yugoslav government restrictions.
The missile attack was precise and devastating. The two large buildings housing the Serbian and federal interior ministries were turned into blazing infernos, and one collapsed completely. Firefighters battled for hours to contain the massive blaze. 100 yards away, Serbia's biggest maternity hospital was rocked to its foundations and had its windows blown out. Expectant mothers and about 70 newborn babies had to be rushed to nearby shelters. But this morning, Yugoslav authorities announced that the airstrike had caused no casualties. The complex was the headquarters of the so-called MUP, the special armed police units that have terrorized Kosovo. But the authorities had clearly been aware that the Interior Ministry was on NATO's target list and had taken steps to evacuate it. The attack has come as a considerable shock to ordinary people and provoked widespread anger, but it seems unlikely to have much practical effect on Serbian military operations in Kosovo, or much effect on the government's resolve. Julian Mannion, ITN, Belgrade.
The Ministry of Defence said the targeting of key government buildings in Yugoslavia would now be the pattern for future strikes. Andrew Simmons reports.
Bombers being loaded in Britain, heading out today from RAF Fairford in Gloucestershire. They're joining a force which now says it has struck at the heart of the operation organising attacks on Kosovo. The Ministry of Defence said this morning that the attack on buildings in the centre of Belgrade last night by cruise missiles had been carried out with precise accuracy. The Defence Secretary said NATO had struck the headquarters of Serbia's Special Police.
The buildings struck last night were the nerve centre of the operation planned to drive out the Kosovo Albanians through a campaign of violence, intimidation and thuggery. NATO's attacks were carefully planned and implemented in order to avoid civilian casualties.
A short time ago, the Prime Minister said last night's attack demonstrated NATO's strong commitment to stop Slobodan Milosevic.
The whole essence of this is to keep up this pressure, to intensify it, to carry on with total resolve, iron resolve, to see it through. And there is no way now that we can stop until the terms that NATO has set out are fully complied with.
But the fact remains that neither Western air power or separatist guerrillas have so far been able to defend Kosovo Albanians in their homes. The refugee problem is becoming more colossal by the hour. Andrew Simmons, ITN.
Macedonia has announced today that it can no longer accept any more of the thousands of refugees arriving at its border from Kosovo. Freezing conditions added to the misery of the 30,000 people in Blace. Macedonia says its fragile democracy and economy are at stake because of the influx. Trainloads of refugees are also arriving in Albania. Aid agencies are warning that disease could spread because of the overwhelming numbers. Other news now, and teachers are warning they're prepared to strike if the government pushes ahead with plans to introduce performance-related pay. They heckled the Education Secretary David Blunkett during his speech at the National Union of Teachers Conference in Brighton this morning.
Don't heckle me on whether things are improving or not. Celebrate the improvement with me. Join with us in actually being pleased about it, not angry and upset. For goodness sake, what is the profession coming to? If I come here to say things are improving and you heckle me for it.
A man's appearing in court today over a series of drive-by robberies on pensioners. Anthony Mills from Liverpool was arrested by police heading an inquiry into so-called hit-and-rob attacks on elderly women. Easter holidaymakers face chaos on the roads from a convoy of lorry drivers today. The drivers, who are fighting higher fuel prices and vehicle tax increases, took their protests onto the M25 and M11 to Stansted Airport, crawling along at 30 miles per hour. And that's it for now. Katie Derham will be here with the next news at 6 o'clock. But for now, from all of us, goodbye.
Hello, good afternoon. We're well into the Easter holiday weekend, and there's a real mixed bag of weather today, proving no exception at all. In fact, some mist and fog in the north and east of Scotland, northeastern England as well. Brighter weather beyond that, and then it's a case of a band of cloud and drizzly rain slicing the country, tending to move away northwards, and then further south, where we've a few glimmers of sunshine, especially away from southern and western coasts. A real wide range of temperatures, single figures where that mist and fog sticks, but a high of around 16 or 61 in Fahrenheit. Tonight things mostly dry off, again some mist and fog lurking around, but then more general cloud and bits and pieces of rain getting into the southwest. No real problems with temperatures. That's all from me.
Power, Jen. Power, whatever the weather.
Good afternoon and welcome to Calendar. Tests are being carried out this lunchtime on a decomposed body which was found by two teenagers. The discovery was made in woods near Breezefield in Dewsbury last night. Police have confirmed that the body is that of a woman, and it's thought it may be that of Susan Castledine, who is 38 and from the Grangemore area near Huddersfield. She went missing 4 months ago. At the time, police carried out a major search and divers were called in to check waterways in the area in a bid to find her body. Detectives say at the moment they don't know if the death is suspicious, and post-mortem results are expected to be released later today. A man has appeared in court today accused of raping a woman at knife point in her home and indecently assaulting a child. Christopher MacDonald, who's 40 and from Recreation Mount in Leeds, appeared before Leeds magistrates. It follows an alleged break-in at a flat in the Gledhow area of Leeds in the early hours of Wednesday morning. MacDonald is charged with burglary, raping a young woman and indecently assaulting a 5-year-old child. He was remanded into custody until next Friday. 2 people have been killed and 4 others injured in a car crash. The accident happened on the A52 at Hogsthorpe near to Skegness. The car, carrying all 6 people, left the road and crashed into a dike. A 35-year-old man and a 17-year-old woman died at the scene. Another person was thrown from the vehicle by the impact, and a 4th person needed to be cut from the wreckage. 2 others managed to get out of the car before firefighters arrived. The survivors are receiving treatment at Boston and Skegness hospitals. A silver car found abandoned in the village where 2 women were found murdered is being examined by police. The vehicle was discovered in a car park in Upwell near Wisbech, the village where mother and daughter Janice and Connie Sheridan were found dead in their home. Officers have been searching for a silver car which was seen outside the Sheridans' house. Officers have so far refused to confirm that the vehicle is the one that they've been looking for. A jailed snooker player given special permission by his prison governor to play in the World Championships is back under home curfew today after being dumped out of the competition. Dean Reynolds from Grimsby was sentenced to 4 months imprisonment for drink driving, but he was released after just 6 weeks on condition that he wore a security tag and obeyed a strict curfew. This week the restrictions were waived to allow him to compete in the snooker championships in Telford, but last night he was beaten 10-7 by Jimmy White. Reynolds still earned over £9,000 for his efforts, but he's now back in Grimsby and under a curfew at his parents' home. Appeals to find the mother of a newborn baby girl abandoned in Leeds have been renewed. It's now over a week since baby Estelle was found in toilets at Leeds University. Police have talked to students in an attempt to find her mother, but so far they've been unable to trace her. Officers fear she may need medical treatment. Baby Estelle is said to be doing well. And that's just about all from Calendar for the moment. We'll be back with our next update at 5 past 5 this evening, and that is, of course, followed by Goals Extra. Until then, goodbye.